Hey guys, operations time again. I know it's been a little while. You know, I get the same excuses. Heat, this, that, the other thing. Had to go do some housework. Anyway, thought we do a little quick continuation of our last run over here. And we're going to pick up our conductors over here because they're having a little bit too much fun down here in Huntington Beach. We'll get them on board and we'll go finish doing one last little pickup over there in the background. So let's get these guys on board and get going. Right there, Mr. Sanford's on board in the back, and Mr. Torres up front. They said goodbye to their little friends over here, and let's get fired up, get on our way. So if we're good and started up, we're gonna head on out. So the plan here for today, now that we got our conductors pulled away from the taco stand, we're gonna be working on these three cars over here. We're gonna be doing two pickups there. That Kansas City Southern car and the first rail box car, and then we're gonna respot this guy over here. So let's get on our way. We'll do a little bell there. I hope everybody's having a good weekend here. It's a Saturday morning here. Nice and comfortable in Southern California. It did get a little bit hot again, like I said, and it gets hot in my garage. But then that's not my only excuse. I had to do a little bit of housework, a little painting inside and all that, so it's taking up all my time. All right, so we're on the runaround, so we got to head on up over here, come back down the other main line, and then we'll get to work. You can see our Carl, our industry rep over here at Southern California, just sending you guys a blue flag over there. And let's see, I think we're good for our switch back there. This is going to be a nice quick run here. Because I feel bad I didn't do a lot of videos there the last few weeks. I want to get something done here before I jump back into doing more housework. Right, we'll stop over here. Mr. Stanford there, jump off and flip that over for us. While we're, I can't talk this morning. I need some more coffee. So while we're watching a train come back down here, I'd like to talk about operational capabilities and car spots. So our industry over here, which we're only going to be doing one, and you can see it doesn't really take up a lot of space. It's just a little flat with, well, 3 car spots there. But, you know, in just a little bit of space, you can have a lot of operational capabilities. And like Lance Minheim used to say, or I think he still does say, it really depends on how many car spots you have. So as we watch this guy pull in here, like for instance, if this was just one car spot, if you could only put one car here, say just the Kansas City Southern, you could come in here with one car, pick up our one car, and then drop off one car, and that's pretty much it. But now, as we come in here and hook these guys up, we're going to pull all these guys out. Alright, looks like we got a good connection there. We'll keep shoving back. But to continue my thought here, if you add a second car spot, you get a little bit more capabilities, because maybe you're only picking up this guy, and then you got to put this guy back, and then maybe you're coming in with one car, so you got to put them over here, right? So now that adds a little bit more of a mix to it, right? Instead of just picking up one car, dropping off one car. And again, we're not talking a lot of room here. It's about 1.5 feet right here. And you can see, just having an additional car spot, you can do a couple of different things. You could drop 2 cars off and pick 2 cars up. Or, like I said, you can just pick one up and have to put the other one back. And then, and it doesn't have to be on the very same spot, but you can add an off-spot car. Like this car right here, you can see is not up against the buildings, but it's a car that comes in, and it's not going to get serviced yet, but it's arrived and they got to put it somewhere, so they stick it here. And so like in our case, we're going to take this car here and we're going to put them back into one of these spots here. So again, we're picking up 2 cars. We're moving 1 car, and if we had other cars to drop off, you could even add more to the mix there. So just having 3 car spots like that in a very short amount of space adds a lot more interest and a lot more kind of to do. We're gonna push this guy all the way back against the stop just to get a good connection there. There we go, looking good. So when you're planning your layout, or even just like a little shelf right here, it's not the size that matters so much, but the amount of car spots you have. The more car spots, the more variations and the more operational opportunities you can come up with. And that's kind of what this whole layout is sort of based on. That's why I have these little flat industries out in the background, and I have some off-spot locations, because you can mix things up and you get to having quite a bit of operational switching and opportunities, like I said, in just a small space. You know, my whole layout is only about, like, I think 16 by 11 or something like that. But I'd have to count all the car spots I have in that small space. And let me see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I got like 13 car spots just on this side right here alone. And so you can imagine all of the different variations and configurations of trains you can make. And that's just this one little section here, from right where the train is there over down to Huntington Beach right here. That's about, I don't know, 15 feet or so, like that. 15 feet, roughly about 13 car spots. You can even add a few more if you consider just dropping cars off on maybe the runaround someplace. Like I said, if you have an off spot, it doesn't have to be right at the industry. It can be any sort of a clear track someplace where you just temporarily drop a car off. All right, we'll get these guys disconnected here. And like I said, this one right here was in the off spot. That one's going to be now put into the industry. And we'll come back, grab these 2 guys, and head on home. So if you're thinking about making a layout, or are interested in a sort of local switching layout, I highly recommend picking up Lance Minheim's book about how to build a modern day switching layout. He goes through all of these concepts, and that being one of them, the amount of car spots you have. And I'll put a link down in the video there for his book, the Amazon link there. Like I said, I highly recommend that if you are just starting out, or even if you've got a layout and are thinking about making some changes, adding a little bit more interest to your layout. Doesn't take a lot of work, just takes one little industry like that in the background. We're going to stick this guy all the way back here by that last door. Yeah, right there. Yep, okay, good. Right there. Good enough there, Mr. Stanford. Get this guy unhooked here with my left hand. Oh my goodness. So this is like, oh my God. I gotta go with my right hand over here, sorry. Watch, it won't work now either. There you go, see? I'm right-handed. I can't uncouple with my left hand for some reason. Pull this guy out and like I say, grab these cars, get on our way home. Get our conductors home before they get into any more trouble. There we go, good connection. We'll do a little stretch here. Yep, looking good. Alright, we'll head on out. Watch it come out of the layout here. Watch your ears there, we got a honk for the vagrants down here under the bridge. Spooking the horses over here again. Right there, notch it up, Engineer Rick. Let's get out of here. All right, we'll catch him coming into the yard here. All right, coming up the yard lead. They're slowing her down. Dim the lights. Get the ditch lights off. We'll go ahead and pull into our rival track. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed that little operating session. Like I said, I know it's been a little while there, a little sparse on videos, but you know how it goes. Always something to do. Takes you away from running trains, but hey, it's always fun just to hop in here for a few minutes and just do a little operating session like this. Alright, we'll shut them down right over here and get on with the rest of our weekend. Alright guys, like I said, hope you enjoyed that. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button, hit the like button, you know all that jazz. Till next time, take care.